Now that's a big gash on my face I have to deal with. And then if that much blood starts going out, it's gonna end up getting in your eyes and it's hard to see. It's a big mess. Okay, so the second submission we're going over that is illegal in the UFC right now, but you could do back in the day, is this. So say whatever, I'm side mount. You can get this submission from multiple places, but I'm working side mount and I go to the mount. Okay, boom, I slide, boom. So now I'm at the mount. But I'm always gonna grapevine my feet. As soon as I get to the mount, I'm gonna grapevine that so I'm not going anywhere. Now, say for example, this would happen a lot, and it still kind of does. When you get to the mount, somebody will hug you because they're really not versed in getting you off when you're getting punched in the face. So that's one of the easiest things you can do is when they hug you. Now, JJ's really strong. He's a power lifter guy, deadlifts a ton of weight. So it's sometimes difficult for me to get my hands inside and push up or to pry up or to get loose to where I can start working a submission or back to punching. And back in the day, they really wouldn't stand you up too often like they do now because there was no time limits, okay? So what would happen, so say if I got here to the mountain, he grabbed my waist or something and pulled me down. I'm like, ah. So now it's difficult for me. Now what I'm gonna do, it doesn't matter which side, but because I'm right-handed, I'm usually gonna go right hand first. I'm gonna secure the neck, okay? And when I do, I'm gonna go in as deep as I can. So now I got him, okay? But I can't get up because, yeah, he's got me here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a box around his head. So I back this up. So first I put my arm all the way in. I back it out to where my thumb's gonna stop me. Boom, boom, hand in the bicep. Now from here, what I'm gonna do, because his head's tight, okay, he's snug in there so I don't punch him, which is the smart thing to do. So all I'm gonna do is peel his head back, boom, to where now I can see his face. Now you can visually see his face more. What I'm gonna do is put my chin in his eye socket. Okay, close your eyes for a sec, please. I'm gonna do this, boom, boom, and I'm gonna push down, I'm gonna grapevine really heavy, I'm gonna push my hips down really heavy, I'm gonna neck crank him, but the submission's coming from my chin and his eye socket. Boom, and that's a submission. One more time. So I get here, I go to punch him, I'm like, boom. Okay, so I got secure, so nobody's going, nothing, I'm not getting turned over, anything here. I'm gonna secure the neck, back it up to where my thumb is. Build the box, peel his head back, there you go. So now I can see his face, put the chin in the eye socket, push, 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 boom, and you get it. So that's those are the two illegal moves that, you know what, I'll throw one more on in a second. But those are two illegal moves that you could do back in UFC, the early days, which I was in UFC 5, that you can no longer do now. Now, here's one I'm gonna show you that you can for sure not do. I think they stopped this at UFC 7 or 8, and that is what? The headbutt. So for some reason, when I had my first meeting with Art Davey, he used to run the program back in the day when UFC was new. So I had my meeting with him. I'm sitting across the desk from him. He's like, hey, how do you plan on winning this fight? And why this popped in my head, I have no idea. But I told him, I said, I'm gonna win my first fight with headbutts. Okay, so he's like, okay. I've never even thrown a headbutt, I don't think, at that time. So maybe a week before the fight, somebody's like, hey, this is how you throw a headbutt. I'm like, all right, cool. So with that said, I don't suggest anybody starting to do headbutt, especially in an MMA fight, because you'll get DQ'd. But in a self-defense situation, it works really well. If you are going to headbutt somebody, it's from where your hairline starts back, not anything close. Just because this is part of your head, obviously, you don't want to hit anybody with your head, your face, you can call it a headbutt. So it's from the hair back. So what happened is, I hold the record for headbutts in the UFC, and I hold the world record for headbutts in a fight, which is whatever, here nor there, because I really didn't know how to headbutt correctly back in the day. That's why I'm explaining this to you now. I ended up giving myself a black eye, which is kind of whatever, but 2 UFCs or 3 UFCs after that, they squashed the headbutt thing. But if you're here and like somebody's trying to come close on you or whatever, that headbutt works really good. So if I'm like trying to get JJ, all he's gonna do from his hairline back, run his head into my face. Boom, and it opens up because his head is so hard, it opens up fairly well. When he does, the cut may not be the biggest, even if it's just a little one. He can go from a headbutt to an elbow, and that my face is gonna pretty much open up and there's gonna be blood all over. So if I'm here with JJ doing this and he headbutts me, boom, and then comes with an elbow, bang, there. Now that's a big gash on my face I have to deal with. And then if that much blood starts going out, it's gonna end up getting in your eyes and it's hard to see. It's a big mess. So those are the 3 illegal moves you can't do in the UFC. 1 is breaking fingers, 2 is chin in the eye socket, and 3 is a headbutt. So now you're on part 2 of the initial part 1 we had of illegal moves in the UFC. Now, JJ made a good point today. He's put on a couple extra pounds because he's a powerlifter guy, so he's sweating a little bit more. Now his gear is coming out like sweatier than what, I don't know. So people are there to show, so.
No, check the bottom.
Oh.
How you drink.
Oh, it came out the bottom. So it was the bottle. Okay, so this is the part 2 of the one part we were gonna make. We split it up because YouTube was all up in my Cheerios about not saying hit the like and hit subscribe so we can get more videos out, and hit that ding button so when we post new videos or vlogs, it'll let you know. But please let me know if you like the vlogs better, if you like the instructionals better, or if you like JJ rinsing out his shirt on our clean floor now guy one. So once again, if you got questions, comments, let us know. But for right now, if you didn't know,
Now you know.